Hey there, welcome to today's Coffee and Christ. You know, my son has become enamored with this wonderful little cartoon called Daniel Tiger.
Daniel Tiger.
Daniel Tiger. Essentially what it is Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood in cartoon form. You know, growing up, Mr. Rogers was something we watched on a pretty regular basis. And Mr. Rogers, his message, the idea of, won't you be my neighbor, is one that has just permeated generations. And for good reason. The whole message behind being a neighbor communicates love, communicates acceptance, communicates care. Won't you be my neighbor? It just makes you want to take off your shoes, put on a sweater vest, and be a good person, I guess.
Well, sure. But it also talks about community. People from different walks of life, different professions, different educations, different places coming in together as one unit in a community. It's a beautiful thought.
Yeah, and that even leads, I can't believe that song stuck in my head, but we've been watching the Disney sing-along like I'm sure you guys were. In fact, yesterday was version 2. Version 1 I thought was just a little bit better, but version 1 ended with that song that was stuck in everybody's heads for days,
We're all in this together.
We will save you the dance. We will not dance in front of you. You're welcome. But that message, we're all in this together. I've seen it everywhere. Haven't you?
Yes.
I mean, I've seen people singing it on social media. I've seen it on signs. It's everywhere. We're all in this together.
Yep.
But I'm a little concerned. I'm a little concerned that what we really mean with that phrase is we're all in this together with those who agree with me.
Say that again.
We're all in this together with those who agree with me. Because we've got the pro-masks and the anti-masks, and we've got those guys who are in between. And I'm not sure that they would all agree that we're all in this together, except for perhaps from the standpoint, we're all in this together, why are you doing this to me?
And all sides are justifiable, right? I mean, everybody has their own thought, their own research, their own approach, their own place from where they're coming from, their family history, their health history. And so each one's justified to have their own place in the community.
Each one has come to the decision that they've made through a lot of thought process, or at least we hope through a lot of thought process. Yep. But my primary concern with this, and the idea that we're all in this together so long as you agree with me, is that it leads to division and suspicion. That we divide from each other. We're always concerned about, well, why is that person doing that? We start to question each other's motives, which is really concerning to me when we start thinking about those of us within the body of Christ. Because division and suspicion have no place in the cohesion that is the church.
Especially now that this will be the first week that we come back together again here on the 17th.
Yeah, for those of us here at Water Church Christ, coming back together. And we're a little concerned as to, will there be that cohesion, or will there be some suspicion on our parts of how we view each other? And I think it's important that we talk a little bit about the idea of Mr. Rogers, being a good neighbor. What does that mean? We talked earlier about, 1 Corinthians and Romans chapters 14 and 15, where Paul talks about this idea of bearing with one another. This idea of kind of yielding to one another, if you will.
Yeah, and we phrased it, giving each other the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, in fact, you used that phrase in your sermon last week. Great job, by the way.
Thank you, appreciate that.
That idea of giving each other the benefit of the doubt seems to be the starting point with bearing with one another. Because I don't know that we can get past maybe just the whole idea of grin and bear it, I guess, until we start to give each other the benefit of the doubt, recognizing that there has been a thought process behind the action that is the culmination of those thoughts.
That's right. Absolutely. And so what can we do? We come together and we're going to give each other the benefit of the doubt, but then there needs to be something that you had. I love the way that you did it, the Aretha Franklin.
The R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
Respect. So not only giving the benefit of the doubt, but giving respect to each other's journey, to the decision and the actions that they're taking. Whether they're wearing a mask or not wearing a mask. And there's then a respect for, hey, listen, I didn't come to the same conclusion you did, but I respect that you have thought things through. And you're going to respect my space. You're going to respect this new setting that we have.
Absolutely. You don't have to agree with everybody else. It's perfectly fine to vehemently disagree. So long as there is that giving the benefit of the doubt, recognizing that we all come from a different set of experiences, we all come from a different thought process, and the culmination of that may look different. And choosing to respect each other's, not only their thought processes, but their humanity, and even their personal space. As if there are some people, even those of you who are huggers, who may not be comfortable with everybody coming real close to you right now. And that's okay.
That's right.
But as we come back together, as we try and exhibit that cohesion that is the Church of Christ, and that is the Lord's kingdom, and His body, that we choose to be not only good neighbors, but good Christian neighbors, and give each other the benefit of the doubt, and treat one another with respect.
That's right, which then leads to understanding. That we understand that people have gone through things and they've processed things to get to where they are now. And to have that love then that understands and trusts and respects that, well, they're doing what's best for them. But we can still be together.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So as we move through this time together, be a good neighbor. Choose to not only treat people with respect, but to give them the benefit of the doubt. Thanks for tuning in. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May His face shine upon you and give you strength.